Okay, we've got a jog up and a jog down button when it's in commissioning mode, which is inspection mode here, INS on that switch to the left. It'll say E9. If it says E6, it means your incoming phase rotation is wrong. And if it says E5, it means your doors are not shut. Once you have E9, you can jog up and down with this. Up and down. Before you go to normal operation, this sensor, it has to be at one level, either second floor or first floor. In this case, first floor. Now it's safe to switch it over to normal operation. Just a note on inspection mode, you can continue down, and the only thing that will stop it is the lower limit, and the only thing that will stop it going up is the upper limit. So you can test your limits that way, because that's the only thing that stops up and down buttons, jog buttons in inspection mode. But now we're in operation mode, and as you can see, we're at level 1. The doors are open, nothing's going to happen, and that green there says doors open, right? Nothing's happening. Level 2. There it goes. That's saying that we're at this level. Chinese not at the bottom. Once again, that Chinese says we're down at level 1. This is the only drawback on this lift. We don't have English. And the blinking green says great. Green means open the door. Yeah, fine. There we go. Open the door. I don't know why the door at the top is open, but anyway. Either or. It's gone. All right, it's ready to go. So, let's look at all this wiring. As I said, E6, phase rotation's wrong going in, landing door's not closed, E5. When you're in inspection mode, first power it up, you want to get to E9, which is inspection mode. So apart from where you wire it up with the supply and the motor, and then don't forget the neutral, the only thing to worry about here on this panel is of course what we already saw here, and this serial plug here, which goes in and out from the second floor, or the top floor rather. Oh, look at that, squish some cables. From the top floor down to the first floor, which has a dummy plug in the last plug like that. JST plug, I think they call it. Well, they call it DZ1. All right, then we've got this here, and this here into each one of these controllers. Most of this stuff is already pre-wired, like the buttons, for example. They're all ready to go because they're already in with the circuit board just behind the buttons there. What we have to do is dial in the code here on the dip switch. They're usually set as well. That's how I knew that this was 2 and 1. I could have changed them around, I guess, just by moving these dip switches. But anyway, whoops, what happened to that? Here we go. Second floor leveling sensor goes in there. This one actually has a spare terminal over the left hand side here with a dummy plug in it. So there's actually 5 terminals, but let's not worry about that. Just know where they are relatively speaking. You can go by these looking at the Chinese labels. N. All right. That's where the second floor or above. So if there's a third floor, that leveling sensor, which is of course here, door zone, goes in that one. Only the first floor goes in this one. Then we've got our lower and upper limit switches. Obviously they only go on the top and bottom floors. There's a link in one of these because you can have 2 door locks if you want. We've only got 1. There they are. These are magnetic switches, obviously, so a link will bypass. There's already a link in there, and plug the other one in there. That's pretty much it. Everything's ready to go. I haven't tested the emergency stops yet. Let's see what happens. Not much. Look at that. What's this doing? Not much. Don't know why. Well, I just checked it. It is connected in here. Well, I've just run a bunch of tests. There's your e-stop there. It's fine. It works. So that means also pulled out a few links and tried other things. That means that this e-stop is just not going to work. It's meant to show E4, both up and down. Shut that thing up. Right. Well, I've got it working. But I cheated by pulling out the link for the other door lock and plugging the e-stop in there. Look at that, there's the e-stop, nothing doing. I might put the link back in it, but it's not going to do anything. Well, the link from the door stop back in here, I mean, just to keep it somewhere. Alright, that's it. And the other one as well. It says the door's open, but no one can read Chinese, so it doesn't matter.